When we left the houseboat, we said, I think we're gonna go out here and go triple tail fishing. He said, triple tail, huh? Oh, I know how to cook those. You catch some triple tail, you bring them back, you'll have the best dinner of the whole week.
Oh, they're gonna go after that. He's chasing it. Got him? Nice job, Tom! Nice job, man! Yeah. After we caught a couple of them, you know, it was almost like we were like, all right, how many buoys are we gonna run by? And sure enough, we were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there he was. That's dinner, man. Woo! We're gonna eat good tonight. Oh! Yeah! Come on! Oh! He ate it! He ate it! He ate it! Nice, baby! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought you said you had to...
Got him, relax.
Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh! Awesome! Look at that big boy! Woo!
The Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
Looking at the water temperature at 67 degrees, I don't really think that we're gonna have a lot of success with the tarpon. Honestly, it's something I've always wanted to do is check out some of these wrecks up here. I know you've got a couple of them on here. This is about the scenario that kind of post-cold front, calm down, starting to warm up. You know, the whole gamut could be out there, and then, you know, of course, something that you do a lot that I don't is the triple tail kind of thing.
Could be really good. Had a lot of good reports. 4 different wrecks out there. I've hit a couple of them. Last year in April, caught some Goliaths on them. Big kudas, and then I actually found tarpon way out there,
really,
20 miles off the beach. But this one that Troy just gave me the numbers to, that I've heard so many good things about, and I haven't fished, is this shark barge.
All right.
And it's.
Well, if we got a couple numbers, I say we go do that.
This triple tail could be very good. That's
Who
a
knows?
lot.
Maybe the fact that there aren't any tarpon in here, maybe they're out there where you saw them before.
Tell you what, it was unbelievable. It was a little warmer than this, of course, but yeah, let's go check it out. You know, we'd had that cold front come through earlier in the week. It had finally just calmed down, but we had some calm weather. We had the opportunity to get offshore. Yep. This is the first time we could get out away from the sheltered shorelines and really explore some stuff we hadn't done. We had wrecks out there to look at. We had the triple tails were an option. Caught a few bait fish, so we had some little baits, jacks and stuff for the live well to go to the wreck if we wanted to. And then as we started to, you know, work out to the wreck, I figured, hey, let's just run the lobster pots, or those are actually crab traps back there.
Right.
And they have to get outside of the park boundary, which is about 5 miles offshore, is the national park boundary. And you know, they can't fish commercially inside the park, so they line them up just on the edge. Really good chance of seeing some triple tail as soon as we get outside of that park boundary, which is about a mile out there. Those stone crab traps will be lined up on that whole boundary. Yeah. And we can just run those whole pots and maybe find some triple tail sitting on them.
Okay.
Check the markers on the way to the wrecks. All the way down from Flamingo all the way to Chokoloskee, there's that solid line of traps. And just a cool experience because it's total sight fishing.
Yeah.
We had the little tower, which was nice. This is the first time I've ever had a little tower. And you know, we could just be up there and running and just cover a lot of ground very quickly because it's a numbers game there. You know, if you go by, you know, 50 buoys, maybe there's one out of those 50. This day it was pretty good. We were seeing probably 1 out of every 10 or something. But we literally ran down there and, you know, 1, 2, 3, oh, there's one.
I think I see him in there.
Right, he's a nice one. He's facing just that way.
What the triple tail likes to do is the triple tail is kind of an ambush feeder that gets right up underneath that buoy. And I guess it could be, doesn't have to be a buoy, it could be really anything out there, floating grass, boards, anything like that. But underneath, and almost like a flounder, floats, you know, on its side. And the first time I ever saw a triple tail, I thought it was a piece of black plastic in the water.
Yeah.
You know, they just lay there and they're motionless, and they are really this close to that buoy. you know, they're not a tremendously hard fish to catch, but they are a rewarding fish because they are tasty.
I got him. How about that?
Good deal. Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job.
A little lighter jig head.
He's too small, huh?
He's borderline.
That is a tough,
Yes.
tough fish. I mean,
Armor plated.
man, I mean, he has tough scales, but his dorsal fins are like a porcupine quill. I mean, they are really stiff and sharp, and he
Gill
has
plates.
these wild-looking gill plates that are just like a serrated blade that will cut you immediately. And then these little tiny beady eyes, man, which tells me that, you know, maybe he doesn't have really good sight.
Vision, right.
You know, maybe, and that's why you got to get that fly or that jig so close to him, and maybe that's why he has to hang out. Boy, he does have sharp gill plates. I'm trying to be nice to him, but I'm about to just kick him in. Here, buddy. All right, I'm gonna get a fly rod ready.
That's cool,
That's too, the fly rod's gonna be way more effective.
Well, that's a good start with the, that was only the second buoy we hit. That's either a good sign or a bad sign.
So good, I thought it was yesterday. No question about whether he's okay.
Yeah!
All right. That is a nice fish, man.
The Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Mercury Marine, celebrating 75 years of marine excellence. Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate. True Flies, life off the chart. And by Costa Sunglasses and Motor Guide.
Two in a row here.
The triple tail, I like just kind of running down through there and seeing them, because you do get excited when you see one and boom, there it is.
And the cool thing there is he's not going anywhere. That triple tail is sitting there. He's on that buoy. He's probably been there all morning. He's going to be there all day. So we could take our time, come back around, and get to where the I like to go into the current. That way, we're not going to drift down on top of him.
Right.
So we get going to where he's facing away from us. You got the buoy there. He's right behind the buoy, and then we can come up behind him. And it's a precise type of fishing. It's great for sight casting, great to teach people, great to it's rewarding, because if you make the right cast, you get eaten. If you don't, you don't.
There he is. Come on. Ah. See what he did?
Yeah.
Came out there, never ate it. There he is again. He's still up there.
It seems like the further away from the buoy they get, the less comfortable they are.
I was thinking, man, these things are up here. This is a great opportunity to fly fish for them, because that's what I like to do. That's probably my favorite style of fishing, you know, if it suits the situation. And for the triple tail, it definitely does. So I wanted to get that fly rod out right away, and I had some cool little flies that Peter Smith had tied me, and they were just perfect for that.
Two of them. That should drift in there. It's good you can see that fly nicely.
Yeah, I know, that's one of the big differences.
Oh, they're gonna go after that haze chaser. Got him! Nice job, Tom! Nice job, man!
Yeah.
That's a big one! Oh!
Yeah, that's a big difference to be able to see that fly.
That's all the difference in the world, isn't it?
Now I can keep it away from the trap line.
Nice job, man. I'm gonna get the double. He's following that one. Look at the other
He's
one
right
following right
behind
behind him.
I'll keep him right there.
That's a nice one there. That is dinner size.
Wow, look at that.
Jumping?
Do they jump a lot?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, this is my first one on fly.
That's awesome.
It's hard to get a first, man.
Nice.
I love
Found the right
first.
fly. You stuck with it. Good job.
I think the trick was being able to see it in the water very clearly, because I was throwing a good cast in there, but I was hooking that trap line. I couldn't tell where it was. All right, he's ready.
Well done. That's dinner, man. Woo! What are you good
Nice.
tonight?
they're really looking for a
Shrimp,
or probably a small crab, or maybe something else that might float by, small fish, but small fly, you know. So I've got, you know, an 8 or 9 weight rod, and just being able
Would
to
you
make
throw a little shrimp pattern?
Yeah, I tried several different flies before I found just the right thing, but a little shrimp pattern is the right way to go, and you just needed to pull that fly right by his face, and he was coming after it.
Chef Mark will eat.
I think we ought to take him home.
He was saying he never got to cook one, so.
Well, here we go.
All right.
That one's like a 36, he's got 3 motors. That was cool, man. He went after it. There was no hesitation there. Once we found the right combination,
well done.
It was game on.
All right, he's going straight
I bet
in
you
live
we'll
well.
find some more. I mean, I like any kind of fishing where you're going to be able to get a lot of shots. And that's what we're getting, lots of shots.
You know, there were so many that day. I remember after we caught a couple of them, you know, it was almost like we were like, all right, how many buoys are we going to run by? You know, and we took a guess. I think you'd guessed something, and I guessed 7, I think it was. And sure enough, we were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there he was. You know, it was just like, wow, we were blessed. I mean, they were everywhere.
Got him. He's all over it. If you didn't need it, there you go.
Yeah,
Good
baby.
job.
How about that? Look at, oh, he got off.
I gotta go over there.
Hold on, he might come back. Look at him right
I'll hook the buoy line. Can you hook him again like that? There, he's on it, right there. He's on it.
Look at that.
Got him.
How about that right at the boat?
Good job. That was awesome. I gotta go get my line over
How
here.
about that? That was crazy. I've
Yeah.
never done that before.
Something that I hadn't done before is use the gulp shrimp on them. I'd used real shrimp, but we hadn't had any live shrimp because we were out in the Florida Everglades. And we just threw in there and just kind of brought it through on a really light jig head, so there wasn't much to it, and just let it fall, and sure enough, he came over, got him.
What a cool fish. I tell you, they're a little more challenging than I gave them credit for.
Yeah. Well, we got the combination here with this light jig head. A little shrimp pattern. I'm impressed of how well they're eating this. This is, I've always just caught them on live shrimp, but I'm impressed how well they eat that. Very cool.
All right. He's a different coloration there a little bit. Look at his red eyes, man.
See you, buddy.
All right. Go to the next. On to the next.
That was cool.
The Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Yeti Coolers. Wildly stronger, keep ice longer. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels, fishing at a quantum level. King Sailfish Mounts, release mounts for that once-in-a-lifetime catch. And by Fraybill and Power Pole.
Nice spot you got here, man.
Thanks.
It's a 65-foot boat. We can get it real shallow and anchor in all of these bays for flats fishing. That's kind of our main goal. We do expeditions anywhere from Marco Island, Chokoloskee area, through the Everglades, the Keys, out to the Marquesas. We carry 6 clients, 3 guides, and 2 attendants. And we have several different quarters, 2 salons, full kitchen. You know, every trip has a gourmet chef and a captain and all your attendants. Kind of like a mini cruise, I guess, for fishing. Shark River is probably the most perfect place for it because this is as remote as you can get. There's really no place that I can think of that's more remote than this. Shark River kind of feeds Whitewater Bay, which is kind of the heart of the Everglades, and has everything from freshwater to brackish out to salt here. You can catch a little bit of everything here, you know, and to be able to come back and take a break during the middle of the day or just come back at night and not have to worry about running, you know, an hour to 2 hours back to land is nice. It gives you a chance to fish areas you normally would never go to. Like we did yesterday, we went up and we caught bass, and there's brim, you know, your normal species in a river, all the way back up, and as you move down into the sweet water, you've got snook and small tarpon, and then as you come out into a little more salty, you'll have, you know, the big tarpon and redfish, and, you know, we've seen sawfish and big sharks. Anywhere from the salt river in the river here all the way out to the wrecks, you have the Goliath grouper and all different species of grouper and cobia. Cobia will come up in the rivers and into the bay. Our main deal up here, the reason everybody wants to be here is for the early season tarpon, and that can happen from December through March. You know, it just depends on the weather. It's great snook fishing, great red fishing, but the tarpon fishing can be the best there is around. We're gonna hit a productive shoreline around the ditch mouths.
So we're just gonna run up this far?
I love fishing offshore and grew up doing that. You know, I kind of just transitioned into the flats fishing and light tackle, and you know, the Keys are by far my favorite place to fish, and I kind of enjoy the dark water up here also, you know, coming up to the Everglades. And this mothership has given me the opportunity to, you know, maybe, you know, 4 weeks sitting on this ship out here gives you an amazing amount of fishing time, you know, in an area that, you know, you get years worth of fishing time in just a few weeks because you're sitting right here, and you can run up into all these places like we did yesterday. I mean, we did an amazing amount of stuff in one day that would usually take, when you have to run, you know, 60 miles to get here, there's no way you could ever do all of that. You know, just fuel doesn't allow you and time doesn't allow you to do it. And it's kind of been the same way everywhere we've gone. You really get to experience a lot of those areas quickly by using the mothership like this.
You know, we're really lucky that we have such great resource right out here that we can go fishing and catch fish consistently every day. That's no accident. You know, we've got to have good laws in place that protect the fish and the spawning fish so that it'll last forever. Now, if you want to commemorate a great catch, it doesn't mean that you have to kill a fish like we used to. We can now get a replica mount from King Sailfish Mounts. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it's going to even have all of the unique markings and everything on that fish and be a perfect replica of the fish that you just caught or your son caught or daughter caught, and make them want to fish forever. Ray Douglas at King Sailfish Mounts just started something new this year, which is really cool. www.igotOneOn.com is a website that will allow you to actually make the order for your mount while you're out there fishing. You can order it right there from the fighting chair. Now, there's an app there as well where you can actually take a picture of your fish right there as it's been caught and send it to King Sailfish Mounts, where the artist at King Sailfish will make a perfect replica, including any distinct markings on your fish. It will be in production before you get back to the dock. Check it out, www.igotOneOn.com. Get the app so you can get the perfect replica fish mount and protect our resources for generations to come.
The Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Hawks Cay, the only key you'll need. The Florida Keys in Key West, come as you are. Marine Formula Stable, protects against the damaging effects of ethanol fuels in marine engines. And by Loadmaster.
We love to communicate with fans of the show. Now, while I'd like to meet everybody face to face, sometimes that's just not possible, but there are other ways. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Ask questions and get advice from both me and Rich. And don't forget about our YouTube page where you can see behind-the-scenes videos and full-length shows. We hope to see you there. You know, the triple tail great fish, really a lot of fun. You know, you could do that. That would be a great fish to go after with a kid, you know, because you can just say, do you see that buoy?
Yes.
You know, he is right next to that buoy. And, you know, people might not see it right away, but if you can point at a buoy and say, you know, he is just to the left of that buoy, anybody can see that. So I really like that fish for that reason, and the fact that they taste so good on the plate is a big bonus. He's chasing it. He's going after it. There he is.
Got him.
Nice job. That's a really nice one.
That's a good one. Get the net. That's a good one.
It's always fun to fish for dinner. You know, it was great. We were sight casting, we were fishing for dinner.
Fly fishing.
You know, fly fishing. I mean, everything, you know, and just running by there and we'd see a big one, we'd be like, all right, that's dinner, you know. And it was a little pressure because you wanted to eat that for dinner. I was excited with that chef on board.
When we left the houseboat, we said, I think we're going to go out here and go triple tail fishing. He said, triple tail, huh? Oh, I know how to cook those. You catch some triple tail, you bring them back, you'll have the best dinner of the whole week.
He was
So I
excited
was
about
thinking, all right, we got the Yeti full of ice. We've got perfect situation. All we got to do is catch, you know, a couple of fish that are going to be big enough. I didn't have any idea what to expect, but we definitely had plenty of opportunities to catch enough fish for everybody that was on the boat.
That's the first time I've ever tried it with an artificial. I've always caught them on just
Really?
real shrimp.
Well,
It's working well.
I don't think that you can do much better. Cut them on artificial or fly,
This is
whatever.
awesome, man.
I just throw them in the live well, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, thank you to the Triple Tail
Yeah, that was
for
fantastic.
giving us a great day, and really, thanks to the chef for making that a great meal. You know, we go back there and again, just another knock it out of the park dinner
That was
on
our
the,
last
on
meal,
the
too.
mothership. And amazing that he could operate in such tight quarters, but he was able to do it. And you know, overall, the trip up there with Blue Moon Expeditions was just, you know, beyond expectation, despite the weather.
That was great.
We were able to catch fish every single day, and the professionalism of what was going on that boat as a mothership was really as good as I've ever seen.
To me, this was the coolest trip for a couple reasons. One, I'm glad we had the weather we did because it forced us to not do the things that I have done before, which is some of the tarpon. It forced us to explore areas, and we had plenty of time to explore.
Maybe we'll hit the weather right next time and you could anchor up in exactly the same place and have a completely different experience.